Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. Lichess is back. Most importantly, Lichess is back, and we were down all yesterday. I don't play anywhere else, so if it's down, it's down. No stream yesterday, so I'm taking a look at some in-game puzzles just to kind of wake up here. We're taking Blitz challenges 5+5. If anybody's out there, I know it's early. I feel it's early as well. Oh, this was a tactic. What is this? This is just a stupid position. Not so clear. 97 check. Clean rook. If I take rook takes rook, rook takes rook, 97 check, king f8. Knight takes c8, black has bishop takes d5. I don't think white's even better, let alone winning. But if I play 97 check first, I'm winning a clean rook. And I'm able to maintain the two connected pass pawns because 97 check is I'm thinking actually. Yeah, rook takes, knight takes. We have to calculate here. Rook takes, knight takes, bishop takes d5. And then I have to play okay. Rook takes c8, rook takes c8. Knight takes c8, bishop takes d5, e7, and black has two ways to sacrifice the bishop for that pawn, leaving white a pawn up and a knight in game, which might be enough to win, but I'm not sure. It doesn't look that convincing. Knight takes, black has to play bishop takes d5, and then presumably e7. And we're threatening knight d6. But still, let's say e7, king g8, knight d6, bishop f7. No, yeah, bishop f7, and the knight's the knight's hanging. Okay, so this is the point. We're on this. So it makes more sense to take with the knight. Knight takes, bishop 65, e7, threatening knight d6, and if bishop f7, then rook takes, and we win. All right, that's it. Checkmate 944. It's you. The mysterious checkmate 944. We have like freaking monsoon here. It didn't rain for 3 weeks. We have the rainy season now, but at least it cooled down. How are you? All right, Chess Olympiad in Budapest not having very good weather today, so we'll be inside as usual. They won't notice the shitty weather we have. All right, I'm gonna take 5+5 challenges. Let's see, Bugsy. I called him something else. Oh, his challenge gone. That was quick. I call him Bugsy Montague. All right, now what are we gonna do? Knight f6 the best. Best by test. Yeah. 5+5. All right, let's just play the king's Indian. Well, to start with. There is the option to transfer to Benoni, of course, with c5, which I like. You have committed. I mean, you can play bishop e2. b5, e5. Now white has a number of different moves here. H3 looks good. among others. E5's bad in my opinion. So, oh, instantly took with the E pawn. So it's like BAAACK style structure. Now, I've played this before. So, you sure we haven't played before on a different account? Morozov a Morozov concept. Ronald Burnett. It's a fortress. The downside is it's hard to win. If black goes too far, if black goes too far in this type of thing, you may find yourself losing. But I think black has adequate compensation for the sacrifice exchange. Oddly enough, like I think bishop h6 exists as a move there after rook e8 check. This has been played. But you'd almost rather have the dark bishop than the rook. It's kind of funny. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure this has been played before. I'm not sure about queen e7. I have to keep control of e5. This is vital. So, the plan is like knight d7, knight e5. Primary plan. It's all fun and games till someone sacks the exchange. The Jolly Joker, my old friend, and poker friend, and chess friend, Sladgie Emil, and the Hungarian Pereni school of Benoni, exchange sacrifices, Dragon Benoni. Of course. I don't want your pawn. I'm just securing the e5 square. Now, honestly, if I were to just castle here, I don't know if I would even want to take that pawn. It might be more trouble than it's worth. I open lines for the other guy. It's an interesting question. I'm not automatically grabbing e3 if he castles here. I have a lot of issues, like with my development not being completed. White potentially using that e-file against me. What's up, guys? The Olympiad is taking place here in Budapest. I have not visited yet. I'm planning on maybe tomorrow, or maybe later next week. King f2 is the king is looking nice and safe on f2, of course. So I need this square. This is the key. Securing e5 like permanently is like mandatory for black. I played a whole bunch of games from this, in Blitz and Rapid here, and Simul games too. And it always seems to be like, as long as I hold e5, I've had the tendency to go too far, and like lose sometimes. So I think the truth is that black has compensation for the sacrifice exchange, but black's not necessarily better. It's hard for white to use the rooks with only half open f-file. You can consider playing for f5 as well. The dark squares are very weak for white. Not an easy position to play. I remember being like very surprised when this happened to me when I was white once against Ronald. I managed to draw and was happy with the draw against a strong positional exchange sacrifice. White seems confused. I mean, this is a kind of lazy man's lobster. I mean, I'm sure there's other ways for black to play without sacking the exchange that are more subtle. Now, it's tempting to play like knight h5 or some kind of aggressive looking move, but I probably shouldn't do that. Again, knight e5 is the key. Well, not knight e5, but e5. This square is the key. As long as I have this square, I'm fine. Huh. Now that's a little bit concerning. That has the feel of like somebody wants to trade queens. No, not the end of the world if you did achieve an exchange of queens. It's also not my preferred continuation here. So he wants to play like queen g3. I can play bishop d7, then I don't have a square for my knight to maneuver through that square. So interesting is the move queen e7. Trading queen's not really part of the plan here. We got to follow. All right, we got to follow from. I got to get my glasses. Too much computer time, screen time. Monchi the goat. Monchi the goat has followed. All right. Thank you for the follow. Legendary I am. Semi-legendary. A little bit of clickbait there. We got to keep up with the Joneses. We need a little clickbait. We were down. I missed my whole stream yesterday because of lichess servers being down. Okay, A4. I'm gonna just pretend that never happened. I guess. I mean, I'm not exactly playing B5 the next move or so. This is why I didn't want to put my bishop on D7, because I wanted to preserve it for this maneuver. He's going to lose on time. No. 5-second increment. He should be able to play reasonable moves without losing on time. Right? All right. Now, see, this is not cool. What we don't want to see is white feeding that pawn back for some kind of breakthrough. Now, I could go like full Petrosian here and like take on c3 and stick my knight in e5. And it's probably a draw, but no, honestly, bishop takes c3 is kind of lame. It even gives white a little bit of play on the file. I think it's a mistake. You know, it would be a mistake. I'm not going to make the claim that I'm better. This might be a mistake. Playing for cheapos. I have bishop f4. Winning back the exchange. But do I want to win back the exchange? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So bishop f4, queen takes f4, knight takes c3. Queen goes somewhere like g3. And then knight takes c1, rook takes c1. No, and the position peters out. I might even be worse there. Peter. What your exchange? I don't want to win back the exchange. I didn't sack the exchange so I could win back the exchange. But it still works. But now it's better. Bishop f4, take, check, blah, 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 blah. And then rook e8. Alright. Now with more stuff. But the key is that he doesn't have knight b5. Because my bishop is covering now. That was important. So now white is simply a little overextended. Simply a little overextended. And blockade. Yes. Antonio, how are you today? Oh no. Check. Oh no, I need f5. White is defenseless, no? Model game. Oh yeah. Check. Oh no, it works. Whew. I didn't calculate this all the way. No. 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 Alright, good game. Sorry. Good game, Sladgie. So how does the computer feel about this exchange sack? Of course it's not gonna like it. Nope. Yeah. See, I told you, Gelfand Morozevich. Morozevich lost. Oh, he lost twice. He lost against Gelfand and he lost against Navarra. Nice job. Well, anyway, it's 3 times the charm. He drew Waitase. Probably not something you want to play, like, if the other guy knows you're going to play it. But Aragesi won a game with it in 2022. Yeah, so it's all playable, but whatever. Alright, who's next? Yeah, where did we leave book? King f2 is a little sketchy. I don't really like this choice. Notice that the main move is castles, like I was talking about. See, taking the pawn is actually a mistake. So Gelfand figured that out in 2013. Oh, there's an older game here. So Tigran Petrosian II, Snydergaard played this with white against BAAACK and lost. So it wasn't originally Morozevich's idea, but anyway. Alright guys, let's see where we left book. King f2. Who would play King f2? See who played King f2? They're just sort of randoms. Alright, Morales, let's go. Morales, let's go. Alright guys, I'm sorry we missed analysis stream yesterday. Lichess was down for like almost 24 hours, it seemed like. Tragedy. It's been a slow week here. I don't know what it was, but anyway, it was ironic that it happened during the Olympiad with the big coverage of the Olympiad. I hate the Olympiad website. Like, it sucks. I hate following the games in the FIDE website as usual. So watching them on lichess is way easier and more pleasant. About 1 kilometer, 1 mile from my house is the venue for the FIDE Chess Olympiad, and I haven't been there yet, but Been there, done that. Oh, you pushed. Knight on c3. Well, I guess I could play bishop g7 there. It's a Caro-Kann. Morales should be comfortable in this type of line because he likes to play the advanced variation anyway. Ooh, h4. Look at that. You know that's a good move. You know, it's like maybe the Caro-Kann Grigonis is a good choice against certain players, but I think I usually don't play it against. I don't play it that much anyway, but I would never normally play it against Morales because he likes the advanced variation anyway. So this is probably a bad choice. It's a good choice against people who love open positions, but not a great choice against someone who has no qualms with playing an advanced Caro-Kann. Got a message? Oh. Will you go to spectate the Olympiad? Yeah. I didn't want to go in the first day or two. It's probably like a huge circus. But I'm kind of low profile. I wouldn't want to run into like Susan Poldar or something. Ugh. It's a highly political event here. A lot of, you know, scammers coming out of the woodwork. I like how Eric Rosen's picture is on the Olympiad coverage page. Okay, for lichess, whatever. The Polgar Chess Network. No, anyway, I mean, I'm just kind of low profile. I have a few friends that are playing. I was surprised with the American team. I guess Hikaru's not playing. But Robson, that I don't know, seems kind of random. Hungary has like 3 teams, but it seems like the second and third teams are all like political picks. You know, you just I don't know how they select the players for those things, but here it's very corrupt. Robson must have qualified by some kind of, you know, rating or some other way, but I mean, it's like kind of ridiculous, you know. You could potentially have this like devastating team, and Robson's a great player, and Dominguez is a great player, but you know, seriously, I mean, America could have easily the highest ranked team, and they, you know, I don't know what the deal is, but whatever. I don't even know what I consider myself anymore. American or Hungarian. But for chess, I'm technically both. I'm still American. I have an American passport, and I'm still American. But I don't feel like an American. I don't even know anybody anymore. Morales is, as I said many times, he's ultra violent. He doesn't know a middle ground. It's either like checkmate the opponent brutally or go down in flames. No, Morales, you must have a fairly low draw percentage. Okay, we have some. I don't love my position. I mean, I'm sure the engine hates it. It's got to be like, okay, in the first game I'm minus 1.2 because I'm down the exchange, and in this game I'm probably minus 1.2 because I'm so much worse, just positionally. It's still not so easy for White to like win. You know, he's got to make progress somehow. I'm thinking problem with my king. If I castle, he's gonna go after me. So be it. Now h5. h5 is a potential threat. All my pieces are at home. Most of them, anyway. Alright, so you're threatening h5. And okay. And I play g5. What are your thoughts on 1900s? Wait, what? $1900s drawing Shakhriyar and Wesley. Well, I didn't follow. My thoughts are that those aren't 1900s. Just further confirmation of the absurdity of the FIDE rating system. It's hard enough for a 1900 to draw like an ordinary grandmaster. You know, Wesley maybe, but Mamajaro of all people, he's like would be a very hard player to draw. Maybe he was losing or something. I mean, it seems like the only way that Mamajaro draws a 1900 is if he's like totally lost or something. He would never like draw otherwise. Whereas So has a more solid style. So that's kind of like believable. But I didn't follow these results. You never know. I mean, I've seen instances of like 1500s so far who were like beating 2100s. It's kind of the same thing, but on a lower level. But I guess there'll always be upsets. I mean, you never. I don't think it's unusual, Repunch, for a 1900 to draw a Grandmaster from time to time, but a Super Grandmaster like that is definitely rare. Then again, like, when do Super Grandmasters play? You know, when do these guys ever play someone that low rated? They just don't, you know. Just don't. Never get mated with a knight on f8. But you can get mated if it's your opponent's knight. Something I learned recently. Repunch is having a conversation with me in private messages. Alright, I'm not going to respond to that anymore. Yeah, the 1500 is now doing promos for Chessable, sure. They probably jumped on him right away. Chess is a scam, man. Most things are scams. Politics. Everything's a scam. They're just scamming. What's this? Wow, pawn sacrifice. Oh no, I could do it again. Another exchange sacrifice? Now we're just getting carried away. We're just getting carried away. This is just fancy. This is just fancy chess. I had to do two rook for dark square bishop exchange sacrifices in a row. I'm not gonna have conversations with people in private messages. Make a new account on Twitch or something. Alright. Why do I play this passive move? God. Rook takes h7. Oh, I see. What's my plan here? Attack this pawn? Paralysis. Unstoppable. Guys, we're gonna get to 25 viewers in the next 5 minutes, or I'm leaving. I'm not gonna tolerate this anymore. He unpinned himself from a future bishop g4. Very nice move. Why did I go to c7 when I could possibly play queen d6? I want to see 25 viewers. Of course, Acerbate's not here. Oh no. Wait, what? Bishop takes g6. Rook e8. e6. You gonna sack the exchange back? Back sack. Sack on your back. No sack backs. I want to see 25 viewers. Or I'm not going to do this anymore. I quit. Come on, guys. Morning stream. It's a rarity now. Let's get some challenges. Repunch Bonsal. More action and less talk. Less clickbait from Repunch Bonsal. Blocker Bishop. Prong. 13 viewers. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Just the VIPs. Bishop takes e5. Oh, the bishop's on e2. Holy shit, man. Are you kidding me? Wow. No rook takes f8? Thought he had rook takes f8, but it was very sharp. Yes. Yes. Check. Count Checula. God damn it, Jerry. I said I wanted to trade queens, man. You don't mind. You don't mind. Oof. No. Just gonna borrow this one pawn. You don't mind, do you? But you want to trade rooks. But you do. You know you do. Where are you going, man? There. H2. Oh. Oh no. Whoa. I almost did that. Bishop for nothing. Nice move. He's not giving up. How many squares does your bishop have? Just asking for a friend. A lot? Oh, he doesn't want to lose the c3 pawn. Yeah, I mean, the opening was really good for you. Of course. It looks like I equalized only at move 21. Nope. Nope. I had previously equalized and then messed up again. So I was, oddly enough, yeah, I was better after g5. Okay, g5 is bad. g5 is bad. You should maybe play h5. Does anyone play this, what I played? Pretty much not. And late h6 is kind of rare. It hasn't been played. Okay, it was played by Gashimov, but nobody else. Bo Spoon, Bart Laszlo, for the arrival of Sladgie in Budapest. 2 years. Yeah. Not a great line. We punch Bonsal. Well, h5, g5, but still, I think that's better than what happened. You don't have to move either pawn if you don't want to. Obviously. You're not obligated to make an immediate pawn break. You can just improve your position. The computer hated your g5. But don't you have like h6 type of sacrifices? Ripunj Bansal was always playing the Italian game. He does the c3. So what do I do? Avoid that stupid line he always plays. I hate that. Queen e7. Alyakin. Did this anyway? What? Wait a minute now. No, that's normal, isn't it? Huh? Right. That's normal, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Now, how is it? D6? You probably know this. A4. Take care. Gonna pick up your kid at school. It's almost that time. Wow. 1:50. They get out of school early these days. I think it's the world is going to hell because it's letting kids out of school early stuff. Kids should be in school until 2:30. It's 1:30, man. What is it? 1:50? 12:50. Get out of here. It's a baby school. He's gonna pick the kid up at nursery school. All right. So now what do we do? Now what do we do? Baby school. Welcome to baby school. Am I supposed to play knight d8 in these type of lines? I don't know. Yeah, that's a typical trap. You see that he really loves to play for that. Now I'm walking into knight c4. This is probably a mistake. h6. Oh, that seems slow. Slow. Slow-mo. Nine viewers? Come on. Are we live on lichess? Oh my god, I'm the only streamer live. There's 9 viewers. What are people doing? Wow, there's no Olympiad yet. No one's awake. Come on, guys. I'm challenging 5+5 here. We've got another hour. I know it's too early. Which way do you want to go? Knight f8? And at h5. The good old h5. h5, h4. h5, h4. Think fast. h5, h4. h5 or h4, h5, h4. h5, h4. Yeah, that seems like he can hold that. Yeah, but that's an issue for me. I'm gonna walk over here. Because if I play knight f8, white has bishop e5 check, which is really annoying. So I'm gonna have to first like transfer my king to either g7 or g8. I don't know what queen c2 does. It defends the pawn. But now I can maneuver this. Miro, good to see you. I'm glad you're back. Bring your friends. The Ice Road Truckers. Rook a3. That's a weird move. Yeah, morning streams. I'm right now. I'm only doing Friday. Although I read an encouraging. I can't wake up in the mornings. I read an encouraging like article yesterday. It says of all the like lifestyle choices that people over 50 make, smoking is the one that like has the most correlation with dementia, and that's the one thing I don't do, you know. So I'm very, very encouraged. My chances of my dementia getting worse. I have like morning brain fog and I can't wake up, and I just feel like shit in general. So I don't mind not doing these morning streams so much. Just like pay your friends to watch my stream. I'm low profile. I should be like networking at the Chess Olympiad down the street. I'm 1 mile away from the. I'm walking distance from the Chess Olympiad, but I'm not networking the social infrastructure. I'm gonna visit maybe tomorrow, but I just like antisocial chess player I've become. The important thing is that you have friends. Redusa and Miro is challenging. Yeah, bishop b5, this was a long time coming. That's why I didn't want to play knight f8 and get checked on b5. And this is the problem with a5, you know. He's had this. This has been on the way for a while, but I don't know that black's play on the queen side is fast enough. I mean, I should have what amounts to like a very strong King's Indian style attack on the king side. H5, well, not yet, but soon. Monsoon. One of my students went to, speak of monsoons, one of my students went to Thailand like 4 days ago. Good choice. All right, now h5 is possible. h5, knight takes g5, h4, winning a piece. h5. h5, h4. But still he's staying alive. h5, h4. I can play bishop a7, and maybe that's the sensible thing to do. Objectively, like a Caro-Kann. It's like the advanced Caro-Kann when your when your h pawn on h5 goes. If it goes, it goes. You know, what am I gonna do? Help yourself. Got an a pawn. No. Oh no. Oh no. Not what I anticipated. Okay. Change of plans. So h5, h4. Huh. He decided to play this in a very different way. What's going on? h5, h4, g4. How do I get the knight off of g5? I'll have to remove it by force, forcibly remove it. Yeah, I'm not that excited about that. I'm gonna have to play this in a different way. Oh! I see. I see, I get that. I get a lot of that, actually. Knight takes. Oh, I see, you're defending your e3. Your e3 knights, you can take with the f pawn. Yeah, that's logical. That is logical. What am I going to do? Oh, I don't know. It's confusing as hell. I basically don't have any threat. No immediate threats. Pretty goddamn Amazing play by White, you might say. Yeah. So can I trap your bishop? Can I trap your bishop? And if so, how? Like this? Alright. The battle lines are drawn. G4. Not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. I'm telling you right now. Holy moly. Okay. That? Wow. How does that work? That's cool. What could possibly go wrong here? What are your thoughts? Just a last question. My thoughts. I think they're glad to have him, dude. Even a rusty Peter Lako is like almost unbeatable. I think that's somebody found some money. Maybe Coca-Cola Hungary. I don't know, man, where the money came from, but suddenly Rockport and Lako are like there. Even a rusty Peter Lako is like the second best player on the Hungarian team. I would guess. You know, he was almost world champion, and he's not that old. You have to remember that he's younger than me. Um, so it is what it is. He seems really old, but he was a child prodigy practically, so he's not as old as you think, you know. Um, he's like 45 or 47 or something. And he's a great player to have on a team because he's very steady. Virtually never loses. I mean, great asset for a team. All right. So I don't know who this is. They've got no games. Miro. They do watch. I hate these. I can't get used to glasses. So I'm not wearing them, or I'm wearing them. Whatever. All right. Critical Kraken theory. H4. Wait, someone else played this against me recently. Was that you? That was you. Oh, you did this before. Oh no. You're insisting on this. But I played e5 another game. What's wrong with like b5? Do you have a trap like e5 takes queen f3? e5 takes queen f3. e5 takes queen f3. Oh, I can sack the exchange. e5 takes, I'm sorry, b5, e5 takes queen f3. I can play a sensible move there, like c6. But I still think this is more principled. This is what I played last time. I'm happy to play an endgame. It's a Philidor endgame, but a6 and h4 are in. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry to see my good bishop go. This is exactly the same game we had last time. But I've got the impression that Hayasuro has been a bad boy and focuses on playing a lot of fast chess. You're playing a very fast pace here, like you're playing 1-0, a lot of bullet chess or something. Bullet chess pace. My king. Hey Zenchess, what's up? Great video. I'm always very critical of my own work, but I'm glad if it's good. I'm a pretty harsh critic of myself. Could be better. I could do better. I know. I do my best. Yeah, it was. But I thought your games were interesting. You know. Good to see you, Zenchess. Guys, yesterday we lost our analysis stream because lichess was down for almost 24 hours due to some kind of technical problem, and that was kind of sad. Just getting a professional player's perspective. Yeah, I mean, really, I'd like to analyze a single game for like an hour. You know, I feel like it's not enough time, but to do 4 games in an hour. But I think your games are interesting, Zenchess, from opening perspective. All right, I don't know. Maybe I focus too much on openings. This is the weird criticism I got from Suat Adalik, who I actually consider like a huge opening expert. Ironically, Suat says I put too much emphasis on openings. I always consider, maybe that's because I kind of consider my openings the weakest part of my game, so I'm overcompensating. I'm thinking about the openings all the time. Feels like maybe when I'm analyzing, I'm putting too much focus on openings. Need to analyze openings, you know, end games and middle games more. All right, bishop d6 is not great. I'm not happy about this move. But okay, white's playing solidly. I wanted to play bishop e4, but I didn't because you have knight e2, you know, just comfortably breaking the pin, or, you know, protecting the c3. This is not a good bishop. So now, for example, maybe you could try like a3, but I don't think it's necessary. You can castle. How much better is white due to the pawn structure? Interesting question. Just getting pressure there, yeah, I saw that. Performance rating. One of my friends is playing an Olympiad on a weak team, and they have like first board on a weak team, and they could probably rack up a lot of points, but I didn't think about it that the board prizes are determined by performance rating, not by points. That's interesting. I'm not sure if it was the same at the World Team Senior Team Championship, but that's fair. It's more fair if the Olympiad board prizes are determined by. The problem is, I think when you run into like maybe a player only plays like 6 games out of 11 or something. Say one player played like 11 games and they're 11-0 with like a 20, 25, 50 performance. Another player played like 6 games, and they're like 4 out of 6 with a 2600 performance. Like who deserves to get the board prize there? That seems kind of unclear to me. How do you weight like the number of games you played? There is no perfect solution. I just mentioned this because I got a text about it. I had forgotten. I was joking that if you get like 11 out of 11, you automatically win the board prize. That's not fair either. But, again, a lot of teams have alternates, and so some players may only play like 7 or 8 out of 11 games, or even less. If they're allowed to have 2 alternates, I guess it's just 1. 1, probably. Alright, Miro. Bring it on. Do your worst. A4. That brought down one of my opponents, one of these endgame variations. It's hard to play these safe positions without thinking. It's complex. But my pawns, these don't look weak, do they? Knight G5. And you ask yourself, what does that do? And you don't know. And you still don't know what it does. No matter how many times you ask yourself, what does it do? It doesn't do anything. It encourages me to play H6. H6, knight H5. F8. It's kind of a weird move. It's a half open file. I don't know what to do either. He's faster than me. So, oh no. Mamajarov plays on board 4. Dude, that's just dirty pool. I realize you can make the board order what you want. I know Jababa's playing board 4 for Georgia. So they're counting on them to make a lot of points. It's a strategy. I don't know if it's a good idea objectively or not. But Azerbaijan has an extremely strong team, usually much stronger than like Georgia. So Jababa's team is relatively not that great. But Azerbaijan is usually one of the top teams. So I was thinking of knight h5. Maybe that's not such a hot idea. Playing on the wrong side of the board, so to speak. I have no threats. It's a strategy to have team tournament play on bottom board one of your stronger players, or maybe not the bottom board. I would think it would be better to do like Mama Drive on board 3. I mean, why all the way down on board 4? I think a lot of times we'll do like board 3, you know. Board 4 seems a little excessive. You're like wasting him at board 4. So I don't know. Oops. Tactics. Deep tactics. Someone's a little rusty. Oh no. Oh no. Another exchange sacrifice. Yes. Master tactics. He saw it. Now I have a problem. Shit. Oh, what can I do? One way to do this. Simply no other option. I gave him unnecessary counterplay there. Do I accept bullet? No. There's no relation between chess and bullet. That's a completely different thing. I don't accept it. Pawn takes, rook takes. Bullet is not reality. Oof. Yeah, I really couldn't play this much worse, honestly. Found a safe haven for the king, though. And we're still up a pawn. Very vital. Up a very vital pawn here. I'm gonna need knight d4 or something. I have no way to penetrate. You never be too careful. Huh? I saw that. Give me that. You gonna vacuum everything here. I don't know, objectively, if a5 is a really good move. Probably not the best. We could do better, I think. It's just gonna help him exchange off pieces. No bullet. No, bullet doesn't allow for real chess to be played, unfortunately. Alright. How am I going to lose a pawn somehow? So my extra pawn ended up being an issue. Bishop takes, pawn takes, king d7. I had the further outside pawn. Zutwang? Zutwang. Zutwang? Uh-huh. Hello? You're defending the pawn? Oh, that's nice. Whoa. Oh no. Knight takes pawn check? Wow. Yeah, yeah. That's no problem, right? What? Wow. Oh no, the other pawn. I'm turning knight takes g5. H pawns are really bad. I mean, rook pawns are really bad for rooks. That wasn't good. You let that happen. Notoriously. Alright. Notoriously bad. Oof. I bet you, like, even the end game, you're probably still holding on. Yeah. See, this is where my double pawn really, on the offensive standpoint, it's like useless. So that's the problem. I'm up a pawn, but not really. Shot got dropped in the next ratings list. Well, you know, man. I mean, the dude is extremely volatile stylistically. The kind of player who's gonna, you know, pull a Jababa and lose 100 points and then probably get them back at some point. But he's also getting older, so we don't know how Shaq's gonna age. Just a few years ago, he was like number 3 in the world. I think his style, it takes a lot of energy to maintain that level. It's not like he's Kramnik or something or Anand. It takes a lot of creativity and energy to play like Mamedyarov. Zen chess, oh no. Again. Oh, the same line that Ripunj Mansov plays. God, I hate it. What if I play this? Dark energy. She South's back. Yeah, exactly. Dark energy or light chocolate. I feel like sharp players, you know, probably require a lot more calculation. Smyslov could have gone on forever. Smyslov was still 2,500 when he died, like in his 80s or whatever, you know. You have some very positional style player. They can still play really, really well at older ages, but you know, Leko could be one of those who's like he's still 2,600 when he's like 70. The way he plays. Anand, you can see, is 50, 54, 55, and he's still 2,650 or more, 2,660. But I think there has been some rating deflation, although it doesn't seem to affect the very top players. Has anyone noticed that there's literally no women over 2,500? I mean, there used to be some women players over 2,500. I looked at the Olympics list, and there's like one player over 25. I think it's really never been a lot of women over 2,500, but there were some. I mean, maybe they're not playing, or Just for example, I think it also, the rating deflation also affects like certain rating levels. It seems like the top players aren't affected. Like it floats to the top. The rating points sort of float to the top. But the in-between players lose a lot of points. So it's the in-between players that are losing points. The top 50 don't seem affected. Hi, chatter. How are you? So this has got to be like the quintessential main line of the. Well, A4 is not always played. What we have here is a failure to communicate. No, what we have here is the classic Kudrin Ivanov draw from many a New England chess tournament between 1995 and 2005. Grandmaster draw, Joko Piano. Very hard for either side to get an advantage, but you understand why strong players started playing the Joko. I started playing it in Blitz, and Magnus and all the good players who play the Joko Piano, Joko Pianino, Pianini, whatever. Joko Pianini. All the pieces are on the board, you know. In the Roy Lopez, like stuff is getting exchanged off all the time. There's a lot of like forcing lines with mass exchanges and whatnot. So you're guaranteed like a long game, a lot of pieces on the board, and a lot of tension. But it takes a while for the game to really get started. But we saw a first round game. Was Caruana? Did Caruana have a Joko Piano in the first round? Joko Pianini? Joko Pianini-mo? Caruana playing it? He plays everything. He plays the Lopez and the Joko Pianini very well. I haven't really looked at many games, but I thought I saw Caruana. Now, this is an unusual square. I mean, your bishop's on this diagonal. You're taking it off of this diagonal. That seems weird. Weird, man. That's a weird thing to do. Plus, you're a target for knight f4. Wow. He's actually encouraging me to play knight f4. He's begging me to play knight f4. But maybe knight h5 is better. Knight h5. Well, knight h5, knight f1. And then what? Well, knight h5, knight f1, knight d3. What am I talking about? Knight h5. Yeah, I just said knight h1, knight f1, knight f3. Did I say that? I meant f4. I have the terrible brain fog. There's no oxygen in my room because I had to freaking close the window as it's raining. The door is closed, the window is closed. God, I quit smoking. Alright, I already have dementia. Do I accept bullet? Yeah, we saw that, right? Hey, what's up, everybody? We missed our stream yesterday. Now I've got challenges from this player. I'm not going to accept a player with no games. Heroku and Setstake. Guys, don't forget to tell your family, you know, get the 6-year-olds watching my stream. Our numbers have gone down a little bit. You know, I want to get to partner, so that's really important for me. I can't tell you how important it is for me to reach partner. By the way, guys, if you donate bits, I think there's like there's an extra percentage, like a bit bonus bits. Uh-oh. Knight f4. I don't like that. C4 is very disturbing. Okay. Yeah, that's very disturbing. Rook e8, pawn takes pawn, knight takes, knight takes. I hate playing rook e8. But I don't want to put my queen on e7. Oh, I should have played... No, queen f6 is dangerous as well. See, either e7 or f6 with my queen, and I'm getting nailed by this knight, you know, hitting me. There's no reason to do that. But now he's close to... okay, knight f4, bishop f4, knight f4, and I lose the e5 pawn. So what am I going to do? Almost feels like I should go back to f6 at this point and just say screw it, you know. Are you going to play like g4? Knight h5 fail? Bishop f4, knight f4? No, you can't do that. You can't give me your darts for bishop. Now, with more stuff. Now what? Queen f6. Does that even work? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I don't feel I have other options. Wow, I am very tempted to sack piece here. Knight takes, no. I don't see it. Just have to go back. But I mean, there's a lot of weaknesses. White has to be very careful. This. That was what I was initially afraid of. Knight takes. Knight takes, knight on c takes, pawn takes. Pawn takes. Like this. I don't know why. Well, I'm threatening f2. I'm threatening to take over the d file. So black has to be okay. At least okay. So let's say thank you for subscribing. Oh, that move, right? Unbelievable. And white is okay. To be really aggressive, you can play f4. Queen c5. Turning rook d2. Black's a tiny bit better, but it's not much. like to play a5. Fix his pawn on the light square. There's no time, fortunately. This stops bishop c4. So if like a5 bishop b3, black remains better. As I said, I should play a5 given the opportunity, but I also have bishop b3. Looks like white is in trouble. It's awkward to defend. Ostensibly a draw, but that weakness there, he doesn't really want to do this. c4. All of his pawns are on the wrong color now. Well, almost all of them, half of them anyway. 40%, 50% now, more. As Charlie Hertan says, sometimes it's better to just put all your pawns on the wrong color. At some point. Alright. Yeah, let's say we did. G4. Nice. Nice one. Maybe it's a draw. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I think he had c5 there, potentially. Can he do the lambada? Now that's a lot of pawns. Wrong color. Fully white squared out. Yep, I see that. So we have the break. He has the meets. 2 breaks. We're going to have to play for f5, obviously. There may be some complications. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this decision by him to do that. Rook is, he made another bad pawn on a4. Not necessary to play b4 there. The f file looks prospectively dangerous. Now h3 is weak, a4 is weak. Prospectively dangerous. Huh? f4 takes. An open file. This is an open file. This is your brain on open files. Check. No. You know what? No. is losing. Losing and snoozing. Thought he would go back the other way. Oh. Checkmate. Checkmate. Where are you going? To a checkmate. Alright. BAAACK, what's up? 4 Illuminatia. What? What's that? The pawn structure? When did the game become a lost position for white? Thanks for subscribing. Oh, 44-month subs. So he was holding until after f5. He played the crazy b4. b4 was the final straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. It was too much after b4. Yeah. Anyway, the opening was yeah, I was surprised by this bishop d3. So this has all been played, you know, surprise, surprise. And then you played bishop d3, which is a rare move. Yuri Nakamura overprotecting the e4 square. So my knight h5 isn't a passive move. Maybe rook e8 was more safe. So knight c4 is a new move. Knight c4 is novelty. Interesting. Knight c4 is novelty. Rook e8. And now king h2. And I talked about going back. But this is interesting. Alright guys, let's take some more challenges. How much time do I have? Alright. We got till about, well, we got another 2 games, let's say. I can't play all these games. You got this from Gary's course. Yeah, I mean the problem with the whatever Italian game is that there are so many variations that are close, that are similar. You know, how the hell do you not get confused between them? You have to have like a photographic memory. We had this recently. Someone else played Hungarian variation. Now that's what is that? I don't know. Logical is what it is. Well, yeah, I mean it's logical. What can you say? He has either knight b6 or knight c5. Hungarian defense. I guess I should play with knight c5. Yeah, maybe bishop a2 is a mistake. I should only play that if he plays knight b6. Oh my god, what are you doing, bro? That's the weirdest move ever. Okay, that's just nuts. That's insane. That's insane. You're insane to play that. Question. Knight a5. Good lord, man. Alright, bishop is a bishop. d4 makes a lot of sense, but I get pinned. You're threatening bishop e6? Huh. Move e2. Just for kicks. Self-unpin. This has got to be a mistake. It's a stupid move by me. I love making stupid moves. Knight g5, h6. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, queen d2 was horrific. I have to follow through, I guess. This is a really dumb plan. And the question is, does white have any advantage after this stupidity? 44 months of you being subbed. We should take his challenge. Producer doesn't have games. These two guys deserve to play. Yeah, this is what I was concerned about, obviously. So you're going to take on f3, or otherwise get your knight to d4, both of which are problems. So, in any case, I guess c3 is reasonable. But I mean, I gave up most of my advantage. That was really dumb. But he plays ridiculously fast. It's out. You're out of line, out of order. You are out of order. Your play is out of order. Is he going up? Rapid 1957, using no time. Threatening f5. Bishop e3. And if I play bishop e3, I'm going to have to put it somewhere. I can threaten to take his knight, and at some point control the d5 square. But I don't think that I have an advantage here. Two knights are okay. Disturbing opponent. Can I apply for the team coach? Well, I mean, the rule is simple. You have to have 100 games, you know. Get back to us when you have 100 games. But you're welcome to try to join our team. That's a separate thing, actually. Okay, this is probably another mistake. f4. I was baited into this. You got this. Yeah. So I'm taking the challenges on Fridays normally in order, but again, I do have this thing that I don't play people with less than 100 rated games. Usually we get a lot of shaky opponents. Alright guys, last two games for today. After this, those two. He's finally sort of playing some substandard moves. And now there's a question as to whether black is worse. I have a strong pawn. f5 can be met by f4. It looks like white has everything under control. Bishops versus knights are not always superior, you know. This was a relatively close game, but he's made too many non-constructive moves now, just moving knight around, giving up his central pawn on f4 for a doubled pawn. I liked black's position until this seems unnecessary. You just play f5. Now he seems to know he's worse. One move threat. Not a problem. Please wait. I mean, I guess he can toss his knight into a4. Hope something good happens. I don't really recommend it. We've got a monsoon taking place here now. Really good because I have someone coming to see the apartment and it's like leaking. The windows. It's always good when your windows are leaking when you have someone, prospective buyer, coming to see your apartment. It's a good sign. I saw that. I don't know if I really want to sell it though. We'll see. All right, everybody. For those of you that don't know, I just moved back to my old apartment. Sold my new apartment, moved back to my old apartment, and then I want to possibly sell the old apartment, but I'm not sure. Very important stuff to be up to date with here while we're watching me play Blitz. Okay. You're going to attack my pawn again. No. There's knights. The nasty knights. How am I going to protect that? I'm not. So on knight e6, I have to go back. Like, h3. I mean, send you back. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to send you back. You'll have to. I'm sorry, you'll have to leave, sir. Hiroku has bullet chest disease. Pretty badly, but not as bad as some people. He's capable of playing longer time controls. Positions become pretty open, and his knights don't have clear outposts, so he's definitely worse. My king is better. Yeah, that's not a good sign. It's like, well, okay, where are you going? Knight d8. It's like full-on random moves now. He's just kind of making random moves. I mean, a6 feels totally random. This knight's backing up. You need like the sound effect of like the trucks backing up. The trash truck backing up. Beep, beep. I love that. Beep, beep. Don't leave your pawns. See, I'm hanging pawns. But how is black to put pressure on them? Maybe he has knight e7, knight g6. Beep, beep. Eventually one of them will lunge forward at the most inconvenient moment. Bishops have more scope than knights. Open position with imbalanced pawn structure. Take the bishops any day. And his king, he could just get mated. I mean, look at this, these two diagonals. With my bishops on these diagonals. Imagine if black plays g6 at some point. He can't play g6, it's like dark square suicide. He did it! Oh my god. What did I just say? He can't play g6, it's dark square suicide. Maybe b5 was premature. I couldn't resist though. Oh shit, I hung my f pawn. I feel an exchange sack coming on. The G6 is like too much. You know, it's too much to withstand. Beep, beep, beep. Beep. How do I get my... Oh, that's square. Okay. Here. The other diagonal, right. Now I see it. I almost played rook a1 to sack the exchange on a5, but this is so much better. Trying to make a run for the border. Beep, 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 beep. Alright guys, last games. Last gamer games. Snedsteg has disappeared and left the building. So what I was talking about these two diagonals. Was I saying something about that? No, I don't remember. He can survive. No. No. Wait. Where are you going? To h8? Oh no, h8. Oh no. So how do we break through? He's gonna blockade. This? Those knights are a little dislocated. But if there's a way to mess this up, I'm going to find it. F4 check not recommended. That move was not a good idea. That's losing. He had, just there, he had a moment where he could almost survive. All right. Did I give you a chance to survive there for a second? It was instructive, but F4 check? Yeah. You're damn, King G3 was double blunder. It was totally under control until King G3. So what's the winning move here? Not King G3, maybe... Wait a minute. Oh, I had Bishop takes F5. I'm like a moron. Okay. He's pinned. Duh. Alright. He was pinned all the time. I could just take on F5. Yeah. I didn't see the chat. Sorry, BAAACK. Guys, last two games. Zulu Dawn. Last two games. Ooh, it's like perfect. It's like torrential rain. Exactly at the time when they're supposed to come and see my apartment, and my sunlights are like, skylights are like leaking. That's a great. No chance I can sell the apartment. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna play it safe. H3 and C3 is really unnecessary. C3 would be enough. And if I'm gonna play H3, probably I should play something else. It's a sort of lame. Lame. You're not playing Hippo, are you? Hate the Hippo. It's not a Hippo. Thank God. They have a viral Hippo at some zoo. Baby viral Hippo. Now so many people are, I don't know where it was, somewhere in Asia. Now so many people are going to the zoo that it's like overcrowded. See the viral Hippo. Oh, can you do this? Is that a good idea, Master? Just don't care. That's not a hippo, that's an elephant tusk. You just got, you got stabbed. You just got stabbed by an elephant tusk. It hurts, man. Cow attacks. Alright. I cannot play. I don't think they listen, so I give up. Reading comprehension. Cow attacks are much more common than you would think. Six. '98 is probably the best and most righteous response here for black. Righteousest. I don't want to see him establish a blockade. The most righteousest. Rook takes. Maybe rook takes is allowing knight e5 with some trap problems in exchange. That's not good. So it's possible this whole thing was a little bit unsound. Just slightly. But wait a minute. Do I have this? This is crazy. Probably not good. This is too much, man. Maybe rook takes. I'm only taking these last two challenges. Schumacher. Medusa didn't have 100 games, and I said it 100 times. 100 games, 100 times. Come back with 100 games. Medusa. Threatening knight takes f7. That's h7. Your other f7. Not really, though. No, but rook e6. Rook e6 looks legitimately interesting. E6. If I just keep saying it, maybe it'll work. Because I didn't like 96, 96, rook e6, 95. My rook gets trapped. It's just like, okay, everybody just relax, go home, back to your respective sides and chill. Maybe I want to consider rook e2, blocking my own queen, but not really. Now, am I slightly better? If he doesn't have anything fancy, I should be slightly better. Black's position is not as safe as white's. Black's king is not as safe as white's. I have queen b3 in some positions. Probably not. But we're threatening to take. I think he has to take. He has to just simply take. I have an IQP. Wow, you saw that. Good call, man. The good news is I get a good square for my knight. Thought about that. I wasn't sure. Wasn't sure if this is a good move for him or not. I have bishop f4. Or the more natural knight c3. Now it's like a hyper accelerated dragon or some kind of French. Queen b6. Are you threatening me? If so, something like this. I don't know how great that is. Whoa. Alright. This idea is a bit eccentric, but I suppose it's reasonable. Eventually, my knight's gonna have to move. But why now? What about his pawn? I mean, I can harass that pawn. Harassments. 2 pawns. Doppelganger. 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 No, it's a double attack. It's a double ganging up. Come on, just attack my knight already. I mean, I'm waiting for a half an hour for you to play h6 and you refuse to play it. I know. Wants to do that. Alright, guys. We have time. Maybe we have time for one more game. Maybe. Look at that move. That's a neat move you've got there, buddy. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Queen takes this. Oh, come on. Queen takes. Dude. Seriously, queen takes? That's insipid. That pawn structure. I forgot what I was doing here.
How am I down a pawn? That doesn't seem fair. I don't deserve to be down a pawn.
We haven't allowed any draws today. I'm going to offer a draw. I think objectively it's probably a draw. He's going to lose his pawn, and then he might even be a tiny bit worse. All right, good game. Schumacher, we've allowed a draw. This is our last game for today. Another G6. Good game. Knight D5. Oh no. What happens here? 95, E4, 95, F4, knight takes C4. It's like the Aliakim. It doesn't really matter, I guess, at the end of the day. If I put my knight back on B8, a knight H7 sack for me. Yikes. 4 pawns attack. Wow. Okay, it was an interesting game. Sensei, I don't know if my E6 was all that great. I'll have a look at it later. Guys, we'll be back on Sunday with Simul. Sunday Simul Classical. Be here. This is our last battle for day. Stopping Bishop G4. Very nice. I can grab a pawn. Bishop takes C3, BC, knight E4, queen D4, knight F6. If I'm not going to do that, what should I do? And he's going to play Bishop E3 at some point. Knight F6, E5, knight E4, something crazy. Like that. Enter the dragon. Huh. That's much more sensible. Schumacher is only slightly overextended. How about castling queenside? Is E5 a serious threat here? I'm skeptical. Huh? I don't know, this feels passive. Pawn prince. Pawn prince. This is like a dinosaur footprint. Here. You're playing like a dinosaur. But knight d7 is very passive. How's your light square bishop, by the way? Oh, you have a light square surrogates. It's a good thing you have a lot of pawns on white squares. Otherwise, it's gonna rock. Yeah, maybe f5. Like a, f5 might be a good move. Rook d1, the solid choice. If I played pawn takes pawn, how do you take back? Which way? Not that I want to play pawn takes pawn, I'm just saying. If I were to play pawn takes pawn. I don't think I want to. Uh-oh. Take e5. Oof. This is a good move, but he had better. I think he had better. No more screwing around. Queen d4 check. f6. You might want to move your king at some point. But I have check. And what's your problem, man? What's your problem? Yeah. Happening. You take on b2. A little like the last game, with the explosive e6 break. Not happening here. I could take queen b2 is quite materialistic. Rook f5 allows the exchange sack. That might be pretty good, actually. So we're gonna play it safe, blockading the pawn and not allowing rook takes f5 and meet knight e4 with a variety of moves. I think we're better. A variety of moves, as I said. h6 or queen takes b2. Queen takes b2, knight g5, bfd. Variety. It's good to have some variety.
Ah. I'm not a subscriber. You guys are the subscribers. He has Queen C3 now. Maybe. It's alright. Various rook lifts. What? That's a neat move. Someone mentioned that in the chat, by the way. Gotta love that. Should be 6, and he'd have 4. Queen H6. I might be able to take it, but I'm sure that I have to lose a piece back anyway. So I don't really see the reason of taking it, for taking it. Takes. Pawn takes king h8, queen h6, rook g8, and then mates. So again, last game, guys, I gotta go. Check. You were talking about queen h5 in the other game, Sladgie, and I thought maybe it was this game you were referencing. That's an old note from the last game. All right, guys, rip. Schumacher is still rusty. Too much studying. Too much studying. Not enough. Not enough drinks. You have that. Well, that's annoying. Now watch out for queen h5. It was suggested by Sladgie. right, guys. See you later. Thanks a lot for the games. We'll see you for the simul on Sunday. And
Hey, see you later.
oh, thanks, guys. Good games. Bye bye. Sunday simul. 6:30 p.m. CEST on Sunday. Thanks for following and subscribing. Keep it up.